Hey everyone, good night, good evening, not good night. We are episode 17 of the EC Leader Show. Today we're going to be talking about you can't do it all, so here is what to do instead. So welcome everyone. Let me know in the comments section if you are here or if you're watching the replay, so we can get started. So I'll just give a couple minutes here to let everyone join in. So let me know in the comment section if you're here, say a quick hello, and then we'll dig right in. While you're coming in, let me know in the comment section, what are those things that you feel like you must do yourself that you can't let anyone else do? Because today we're going to be talking about why you can't do it all and the 3 strategies of what you can do instead. So hello and welcome. Hey, Brenda. All right. So give a quick hello in the comment section. Let me know that you're here so I'm not just talking to myself. All right, we are going to dive right in. So let's see here. So I want to get started with the little bit of the background of why we can't do it all, right? About what is this urging need that we have, that we need to do everything, that we need to fix everything. So Lolly Daskal, who's one of the speakers at the live event, she wrote a book called The Leadership Gap. And in her book, she talks about something called the fixer. And the fixer is the person who needs to fix everything and rescue everyone all the time. They constantly just swoop in and just rescue. Like, oh, let me do this for you, or I could do this, or don't worry, I'll handle that. Or, yeah, you didn't meet the deadline. It's okay. I'll sit up, for the next 7 hours and redo your entire newsletter. And so they kind of swoop in. They're doing everything for you. You're doing everything for them. That is the fixer. And when you're constantly coming in and taking care of all your people like this and fixing, it's not heroic. You're being a martyr, but you're not being a martyr in a good way, is because you're robbing your people of their ability to learn from their own learning cycles, to have the ability to step into their role as leaders. And then you're crying that there's low morale, there's no ownership. Well, you've poached the ownership because you're coming in to fix everything. There's no buy-in because you're not getting their, what they're interested in it. So you're really just setting up a recipe for a disaster by constantly coming in, swooping, fixing, and doing all that kind of stuff. So you want to be able to stop that. So let's talk about some ways that you can actually not be the fixer. But first, let me hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section, what are some areas, or if you're watching the replay, you can comment as well. Let me know when you feel like you come in to swoop and be the fixer. So give me a quick answer in the comments section. Let me know when you kind of swoop in to be the fixer. All right. So these are the top 3 things to do when you find yourself, in that mode. Number 1 is you need to fix the fixer. You need to either hire a mentor, hire a coach, or work with a colleague or someone to work through that challenge, because your need to fix everyone and save everyone all the time is really coming from a other deep-rooted place, and you're going to want to tap into that diagnostic and figure out where it's coming from. And Lolly, who's going to be one of the featured speakers at the live event, she's going to be going into this in her presentation and giving you guys the tools that you need to be able to analyze, am I really being that fixer, and what kind of damage is it causing my team really? The second thing that you want to do is don't cross boundaries, okay? And I love this example of whose paper is it on, okay? So the reason is that as a leader, there are certain things that are on your paper. There are certain things that are on the teacher's paper. Certain things are on the parent's paper. When something's on the other person's paper, don't say anything, okay? You need to be quiet. You need to resist the urge to take responsibility when it belongs to the other person, okay? So when the teacher comes in and there was a clear announcement that, you know, all orders needed to be in by Wednesday at 2 p.m. And the teacher comes in and it's like 4 o'clock, or maybe she comes in the next morning and she's like, oh, I didn't see what happened. Da, 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 I'm so sorry. You know, can I still hand in my order, right? That's on her paper. That's her responsibility. You gave enough heads up, you gave enough warnings, you gave enough reminders, and she still came in late. And so what's important to remember is that this is on her paper. You don't need to feel bad that she didn't submit it on time. And so the fixer is going to come in and be like, oh, I feel so bad. Like, you know, what's going to happen? Like, now she's not going to have her supplies. Or worse off, you think it's like your responsibility, like, oh my gosh, now like she's not going to have any of her supplies, so her kids are not going to go in with any projects, so that looks poorly on me. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look poorly on you. That is the problem of the fixer, that you think that everything is always reflected in your image, where this is her responsibility, and her responsibility is to bring home a project for every single child for this thing. And she missed the deadline. She's going to have to figure out a different way to get those supplies. Well, I can't, like, you know, it's so expensive everywhere else. I know it is expensive. That's why we gave the deadline, because it is cheaper here. You missed the deadline. I'm sorry, you're going to have to figure out a different way to get the supplies because it's not available anymore now. But the project still needs to be done. So don't crossing the boundaries and recognizing whose paper it's on. And the third thing is pass the pen back. So this is an amazing strategy that Alyssa Gallagher gave from the EC Leadership Conference that we did last year, where she always says when you're talking with the teacher about a situation like this, you always want to imagine that the desk is kind of this slanted desk. And what do I mean by that? That when you say something to the teacher, and she like kind of rolls the pen up to you like, well, you know, I don't have the supplies now, so what should I do about it? You just roll the pen right back to her. Well, tell me what you think should be done. And just always roll that pen back. Always make sure that you're passing it back to the teacher, because it's her responsibility. It's not yours. And understanding this as a leader is going to be one of the most powerful tools that you can have to not take on responsibilities that don't belong to you, because you're constantly fixing other people's problems. Even something, for example, like taking on a new initiative, like, oh, we want to make an outdoor classroom, or, oh, we want to do this. Why does everything have to be your responsibility? Bring in a team, bring in a focus group, like involve your people in the process. And so Lolly's going to be going into this in amazing detail at the live event. So again, if you're interested in the live event, we are down to our last 15 spots, which is super exciting. We're closing up registration in the next 2 weeks, which means after that, the deadline's over. We're not going to be accepting applications anymore. And the reason for that is because I really want to be able to focus on creating incredible content, the custom journey paths for all the people that are coming. So if you're interested in the live event, leave a comment so I can follow up with an application so you can apply and join us at the event. So for those of you that are just hopping on now or watching the replay, to recap the top 3 strategies to what to do instead, because you can't do it all, is number 1, fix the fixer, which means either work with a mentor or a coach or work with a colleague, someone that can hold up that diagnostic and say, hey, you are being a fixer. And Lolly Daskal is going to be doing that at the live event, because this is what she does for a living. She coaches billionaires and CEOs and executives all over the world, and holds up that mirror and says, you are completely messing up your team with these behaviors. She's going to help you guys recognize that. The second thing is don't cross the boundaries. Whose paper is on? Whose responsibility is this? And the third one is pass the pen back. Make sure you're rolling that pen back to the teacher and making sure that she's the one who owns the problem, not you. So anyways, I'll take a couple minutes now to take a few questions. If anyone has anything, for anyone that just came on right now. Again, if you're interested in the live event, you could check out the link on top, or leave a comment so that I can send you an application. Let me just see if there's anyone else in the house that is. Hey, Missy and Sharon. Awesome. So excited to see you guys. We got like 2 months left. It's going to be epic. And again, anyone that is already coming and is interested and wants to bring some more friends or whatever it is who are a good quality, qualified fit, please private message me and let me know so I can let you, so we can chat more about it. All right, awesome. Have a great night, everyone. Take care.